Resentment's poison. Because you want someone to appreciate you. You want them to see what they've lost. And it's not important what they see. It's important what you see. The love that's inside of you. Why are you resented? Oh, because I gave so much. Because I loved him so much. It comes from that, no? And then they just got rid of me. And it makes you angry because you're not feeling appreciated. But it's not true. You have to appreciate you. You have to love you. And when you feel that, just remember, he finished. Good. Good. Good now. Now I can love myself. Now I can change. Now I can grow. Now I'm free to do what I want. Stop focusing on what's wrong. If they're not there, they're not yours. There's no rules. You can't make people stay. And you can't hate them because they leave. Why? Because everyone's free to pursue their own lives. As you're free to evolve. And all these things that happen, and I know they're painful. And often you can't understand. But it's not to understand. It's for you to love you. For you to be free. Because there's no justice. It just is what it is. Yeah? So every time you feel that resentment, you have to go and move. You have to go and feel. And on some level, appreciate what you had. And let it go. Okay, well, I had that. And now I'm going to let it go. And all that love I gave, I'm going to give it to myself. Yeah? And the facets will help. Because the problem is with exes, they create a big groove. And you keep thinking about it, and thinking about it, and thinking about it. Oh, and what did I do wrong, and why did they leave, and I gave everything, and the story, no? And that makes you suffer more. So you put the facets, you laugh, say, oh, I'm doing that again. Love creates me in my perfection. Love creates me in my perfection. Yeah? And yes, it's going to hurt. It hurts. But you go beyond that. But let go of the resentment. Doesn't mean he has to be your best friend. Just let go. Yeah? Because it hurts you.
How did you begin with all this movement? Doing your inner change and helping so many people in this process?
I decided I had to wake up. Because I suffered and suffered and suffered. And when I did what I did to experience this consciousness, it's a natural byproduct that you give that. It's like a child with a secret. This is what I did to have this experience. And I'm absolutely free. I'm in unified consciousness. I'm awake. I'm enlightened. And it's impossible not to give that. It's impossible. So I just surrendered to my creation and I just flowed with that. And it just grew and grew and grew and grew. And now I have a group of phenomenal people that I love a lot now. I love humans now.
amo a los humanos, ¿cierto? Ahora
And,
sí.
you know, it just came from that space.
Surgió todo desde ese espacio.
So it wasn't something I thought I'd be doing.
Que yo jamás pensé que iba a estar
I never thought I'd be a spiritual teacher.
pensé en ser una maestra espiritual.
I never thought I'd live in South
Jamás
America.
pensé vivir en Sudamérica.
I love
Yo
Australia.
amo Australia.
Now I love South
Ahora
America.
amo Sudamérica.
So it's just a consequence of the expansion of my consciousness.
Consecuencia de la expansión de mi conciencia.
Whether it was preordained
Más allá de que haya sido preordenado
or my purpose in life,
o mi propósito en la vida,
I have no idea.
ni idea.
It just is what it
Es
is.
lo que es.
Yeah?
I want to know if expansion of consciousness is infinite or has a point.
Okay, there's no, it's infinite. You know, we're experiencing this much of the greatness of who we are. This is not real. We believe it's real because we perceive everything externally. But you imagine that we're in the middle of a television program, but we don't know we're in the middle of a television program. And we're experiencing pure limitation, duality, fear, love, lack, abundance, on every level. Youth, age, death, birth. And as we start to expand more, we start to see through that. And we start to experience more and more and more love. But we have to sustain a certain limitation so we can have the duality. But the consciousness keeps expanding. It's always expanding. And as you get into higher levels of consciousness, or even before, we start to look at the world because there's no rhyme or reason. Why? Because it's meant to be like this. It's meant to be dual. It's meant to be unjust. There has to be extremes. Or else the illusion or the movement doesn't exist. Now, I can say all these things because they're my experience. But before they were my experience, if someone said that to me, I think they're all crazy because it makes no sense, no? Why would I do that? Because you're having fun, aren't you? Isn't life fun? Yeah, a dual, an extreme, an emotional. And the good news is, the more you expand your consciousness and the fear and density starts to diminish, you really do start to enjoy yourself all the time, all the time, from a place of unconditional love, of self, because that's where it starts. When I love myself, I love the world. I see the perfection in this moment. So, yes, it's unlimited. Unlimited.
I want to ask you about how this system can help me to overcome the fear I have to speak in public.
You know, I think it's an idea in your head. Because you came up to me in the plane, and most people don't. They don't come up and give me a hug and go, "Hi, Isha." And now you stood up and you asked a question. So you have to really appreciate yourself. And why is it difficult? Because we have images. And what is an image? We are afraid of what other people think. Because sometimes we don't feel good enough. And we think we'll look stupid. or say something wrong or not be approved. But as you expand consciousness, that starts to leave. Why? Because you see it's not important. It's not important what other people think. What's important is what you feel and what you need. If you need to ask a question, you push yourself and you do it, like you just did. You know, and I see you as someone that pushes through their fears. Yes? Obviously. Obviously. So appreciate that. Use the facets. And you know, when you create friction, everything changes. If I walk through my fears, the love grows. The love grows, the love grows, the love grows. And it's great. Push yourself to walk through your fears. Don't say, take no. Push. Go, okay, I'm terrified, but I'm going to do it. Facet, facet, facet. And you've already succeeded. Doesn't even matter what you say. Because you walk through your fear. Great.
And that resentment is connected with the victim, no? And it creates a lot of violence in me. And sometimes I get scared of that violence in me. So I could like you if you can talk about it.
You know, the thing is you have to move all of that here. You know, if you can see it so clearly, you just have to move it. Because we have this idea that someone owes us something or someone did something to us. And you know, sometimes we get in really toxic relationships and we tolerate. But we have to remember that we tolerate it. Because it feels like I did so much for you, and then poof, gone. And yes, of course you feel angry. But you have to grow from these situations. You have to see where you abandon yourself. And the truth is, you're angry with you. Not him or whatever. I don't know what it is. But your mother. Oh, mama. It's so important that you have a fluid relationship with your mother. Even if she's dead. At some point, you have to heal that separation. Because you are your mother. That's why there's so much. I know you don't see it in this moment, but it's so important to heal those relationships. Yes? Good? And you can't get rid of them, no? It's your mother. We're stuck with them.
My question is about insecurity. With my partner, I'm very, very insecure.
Just stop. When you see that energy, stop. You know how to keep a man? Yeah, like this. They run after you. If you're like this, no. I'm going to give you lessons. Okay, how to treat a man. Okay? No, you have to see that. Because it's an energy, no? And you have to come back to yourself. and laugh. Just laugh at yourself. It's just a habit. It's what you do with your father. He gets sick. You've got to see it and change. And it's like he says, it's annoying to be on top of him. It's annoying. And it's annoying for you because you're not valuing yourself. And you're stupenda. Really. That's why he's with you. It's not what you do. It's who you are. Okay? So you're going to change, no? Yes? Good.
What happens to me is I have several dogs, and when it happen things to them, and I know they are going to die, it's very hard for me to move through that moment more naturally.
You know, you have to get to the point where you see reality. And you have to enjoy each moment. Because the truth is, everything dies. So we have to be so present and enjoying so much, but also have the capacity to give everything and then let go. Once you love yourself completely and unconditionally, you can let go. Because death's part of life. And it's a part that's a beautiful part. And it needs to be honored, and you need to let go. And they never leave. They don't leave. They're always here. Yes? So it's just about being present, being more loving with you, and not being violent with yourself. Good?
It happens that when I'm very anchored, when I'm fine, I can appreciate everything in my life, what I have, what I am, everything. But then happens life, and I lose that focus. How to work more and appreciate all what I have.
You know, I think the important thing is to use the facets. We've got so much negativity that's embedded in us. We're taught that. We're taught to look for what's wrong. We're taught to criticize. We're taught to judge. And it's not automatic for us to appreciate, because we weren't taught that. So as you use the facets and your consciousness expands, you start to have a natural experience of appreciation. Why? Because you're experiencing more love, and you start to see the beauty. That you don't need something external to provoke that feeling. Nothing has to happen to provoke that feeling. You just naturally like that. So the only thing to do is expand consciousness, and you start to fall in love with life. You fall in love with yourself, you fall in love with life, you appreciate yourself, you appreciate everyone else, and it doesn't mean things won't happen and things won't go wrong. But it's like that. And then you let go and you come back to the appreciation. But it's not something you can force. You know, it's like abundance. People think, oh, if I think, if I picture, I'll create. Abundance is internal. Love is internal. Gratitude's internal. It's internal, and it has to move out. That's real. Everything else is some fiction you're creating, and you can't sustain it. You can't sustain it. It's like when you first meet someone, and they're so perfect, and everything they do is perfect, and then they behave perfectly. You know that feeling that lasts for 6 weeks? And, and then everything starts to change. Why? Because your projection changes. Their projection becomes real. It's not a fantasy anymore. It's reality. So you have to change your internal reality. So you're projecting that. And it's real. What you project is real when it's permanent, when it's anchored in love. Yeah? So it's a process through the facets.
I feel I give love, but I don't know how to receive it.
You have to see this place where it's easy for you to give. Why is it easy for you to give? I'm going to tell you. Because that gives you control. But when it comes to you, you don't have control. And you're afraid. But you're not conscious of that. So you have to start opening and saying to yourself, I deserve this. I'm open to receive this. Love creates me in my perfection. Because if you can see it so clearly, you can change it. Most people can't see that. They don't see it. You can see it. So you have to start saying yes. When someone wants to help you, yes. If someone wants to give you something, yes. Because you give them the joy of giving. Because it's a joy to give, no? You do it all the time. So give other people that joy. Yes? You have to remember that. Oh, I'm stealing their opportunity to love me. I'm stealing their opportunity to give to me. And that's to give as well. To receive is to give.
I want to ask you how to let go all the sadness I have within.
It'll come. But you have to go a bit deeper. You use your anger as a reflection so that you don't allow yourself to be vulnerable. So you just need to put the facets more. But you can't force it. It'll come when it comes. Yeah, just be gentle with yourself. Just be patient with you. Be loving with you. Yeah? That's all. We have to be loving with ourselves. We always get angry when other people don't love us. But we don't love ourselves. When people say horrible things to us, we get offended. But we're saying them all the time. Or no? And we have to see that. We have to see that internal violence. And stop.
Come visit our webpage for books, movies, and our wonderful retreat centers. Isha's simple yet powerful system is transforming lives around the world.